All right, welcome to Dallas High School tonight, where we have the Dallas Mountaineers and the Abbington Heights Comets ready to face off. Tip-off coming up right here. Pat Flanagan waiting for it with Comstock. Flanagan pushes it outside. Mason going to start. He's going to shoot for three early, and it's just going to miss. Cale Berry cannot recover that, and it will be Comstock over to Schaefer, who will now get it to the point guard, Andrew Kettle. Kettle going to now pass it over to Goldberg. Now it's going to be Comstock. Now it's going to be Kettle again. Mason covering Kettle really well, but Kettle going to push in for the layup. No good. Cale Berry going to recover. Now it's going to be Joey Nacito to bring it up. Nacito to Flanagan. Flanagan, big body inside. Got the bucket.
Great spin move by Flanagan.
And a good start for Pat Flanagan on his night. So now here's Kettle going to get it out of bounds on the pass to Bagley. It will not connect there. Bit overthrown. And now it's going to be Dallas ball here. Bagley going to cover Nacito. Nacito going to push in with speed. Now going to stop. Bagley still on coverage. Now it's going to be Flanagan to Nacito quickly right back. Chris Flanagan finds Cale Berry for a long two, I believe. That will miss. And it won't matter as Schaefer passes it out to Bagley. Bagley going to drive it. Get it towards the outside towards Goldberg. Goldberg waits outside towards Schaefer, and he's got the three. Something that he does not do very often, but he's got it. So an out-of-bounds play there, too. Give Abington Heights the ball again.
Dallas got to be more careful with the ball here.
Bagley. Early one-score game here. That's going to be stolen by Chris Flanagan. Flanagan going to get tipped in the air, and Nacito can't recover. And now it's going to be Kettle going the other way. They're going to try Schaefer, who's not going to get it in, but there is a whistle on the play. They're going to give two here to Schaefer on a foul. Looks like they're going to call it on Cale Berry.
This is Jordan Schaefer at the line for Abington Heights.
It's going to be a missed first shot as we are in an early 3-2 game here. And now here is going to be Schaefer's second shot. That one will make it. So 4-2 game early here. As here's Joey Nacito. Nacito now going to pass it over to Flanagan. Tice Mason as it's going to be tipped in front. Mason could not grab it. Mason now going to get lost in coverage that time. They had Kettle for three, but it won't matter as Goldberg sinks it.
Dallas has to hold on the ball. These are some costly turnovers.
Chris Flanagan now over to Cale Berry. Has Tice Mason wide open. He'll shoot for three. It is good. And an instant cut in the lead. Now it is 7-5. Bagley now back out to Kettle. Kettle going to pass it in the middle of Goldberg. Goldberg outside. Schaefer. Good. And he cannot miss tonight. Second of the game already. Here's Mason now. He's going to return for his three of his own. No good. And now Flanagan. He's going to body in the middle. There's going to be a foul on the play. He couldn't get it in. So it'll only be two shots for Pat Flanagan. And Flanagan, definitely one of those big guys. What do you see out of Flanagan this season so far that might show him as a potential star for the next 2 years of his Dallas career?
Flanagan has been really good so far inside for Dallas with his scoring ability, as you can see on the free throw there.
Definitely. Flanagan is something that you don't really see too often here in Dallas, at least. You see a lot of three-point shooters here that can also play in the middle, but Flanagan is specifically down low, a big guy that will body through everybody. And now will get Comstock outside towards Schaefer. Schaefer to Bagwell, or Bagley. And that'll be a shot by Kettle. It's good. Another 3 for Abbington. I believe that is their 4th of the game tonight. No, 5th of the game tonight. We are only a few minutes into the first quarter. Abbington, a lot of threes, 13-7 game. Mason finding Barry. Barry cannot get that shot off as it's tipped out of his hands. Here's Kettle. Down the middle is going to be Goldberg, no good. And now Flanagan, he's going to tip it out. And it'll be Cale Barry. Barry over to Nacito. Nacito driving up. Going to find Chris Flanagan. Flanagan out to his brother Pat. Going to go for 3. It'll bounce off the back of the rim and roll over to Abington Heights, who will now get it to Kettle. Kettle waits. Mason in good coverage. Nothing there is Goldberg. They've contributed a lot on offense so far tonight, so Dallas needs a defensive stop, and that will be an air ball. Dallas' student section's doing some trolling over there.
And
always fun when that happens.
we need to get back in the game, though.
And now here is Joey Nacito. Sorry to interrupt. Flanagan to his brother, no good. Oh, man. Now here's going to be the big man. Schaefer. Schaefer going to fight with Nacito. That will be Dallas ball. I believe on a, no, sorry, Abington Heights ball, I believe on a jump. And now they're going to pass it out to Kettle. Kettle, no good. And now it'll be Schaefer on the rebound, and it'll be Flanagan who recovers it.
Flanagan just ripped it out of his hands
Barry
there.
To Mason. Mason, no good. Now it's going to be Chris Flanagan in the middle in the paint, no good again. Now Pat Flanagan, this time it's good. So Dallas finally converting on offense here. They needed that. And with 3:34 left in this first quarter, Dallas is down by 4. Kettle passing it back and forth. Now it's going to be Bagley. Bagley out to Goldberg. Goldberg in the middle to Schaefer. His shot will miss. Feels like the first time that's happened all night. Now it's going to be Comstock. He will also miss it. It'll go out of bounds. And it looks like Abington Heights will get the ball here. So Dallas did get the block. And they're going to pass it out. Bagley's pass is going to be tipped by Flanagan. And now it's going to be Tice Mason. Mason trying to dribble. There will be a foul on the play. Looks like they'll give the ball to Dallas here as Tice Mason kind of had some contact towards the middle of the court.
Seemed to be a reach-in, I believe.
And already a physical game for both teams here. Quite a few fouls.
You knew that'd be the case when Abington had that crazy intro.
Nacito going to pass it over to Pat Flanagan. He's behind the line, now going to pass it to Cale Barry. Barry over to Tice Mason. Mason behind the line still. Now Nacito. Abington not letting him in. That's been the key thing. Forcing Dallas to shoot threes. Is Flanagan going to get the shot? There's going to be a foul. And Pat Flanagan could not get it in. They will not call it a shooting foul. And here's Joey Nacito. Nacito, Chris Flanagan, the shot off the rim. Nacito can't rebound. And now it's going to be Abington Heights with the ball. Schaefer. Great pass there. Now Goldberg. Back to Schaefer for 3. Good.
Beautiful shot there by Schaefer.
Jordan Schaefer. And now here's a 3 of himself. Cale Barry, and it's good. A switch for Cale Barry. The senior. And Dallas responds instantly. 16-12 to score. As back and forth go Bagley. And Gavin Cronin. Bagley waits in the middle. Goldberg. Going to pass it out towards Schaefer. Schaefer dribbles past Pat Flanagan. No good on the shot. And it'll be Goldberg again. Shot is good this time. a three-pointer. And the score is 19-12. Tice Mason for three now. It's good. And we have a three-point contest going tonight.
Tice Mason, dangerous from three.
Both teams shooting effectively from behind the line. As Pat Flanagan goes for the steal, there's going to be a foul called. And they're going to call it on Pat Flanagan. Belinsky doesn't like the call. Student section doesn't like the call. And there's some chirping going from this home crowd. Bagley. Waits. Gets the pass outside to Cronin. Cronin trying to pass it in. No good. And it'll be Cale Berry on the rebound. Cale Berry out to Tice Mason. He'll shoot for three. It is blocked. Looks like Schaefer was in the area. It's hard to tell with how quick that play went. But that was tipped in midair. And quite the tip it was. Dallas will get the ball here, though. And now it's going to be out towards Abbington. They keep it in bounds. And now it's going to be Comstock who gets the basket.
Rough fall for Owen Olt, but he's able to finish.
Owen Olt, speaking of, in the game.
I thought he would have gotten a block there, but he didn't.
We've definitely not seen too much of him this season, but he's been an effective player behind varsity, so we'll see what he can do in varsity here. Nacito's shot going to end up short. I think there was some tip on the play. And now it's going to be Abbington back out. The shot by Comstock is good for three. Another one. And this is just three-point shooting contest. Now Cale Berry going to see if he can get a shot off. He can't. And now Joey Nacito loses the ball. A tip on the dribble, it looked like. And what a play by Bagley, especially for the ever so elusive Nacito as he'll go back in. There's a foul on the play. He did make the shot after, but I don't think it'll count. Now it'll be an inbound play. And that's the second time that's happened tonight where Dallas has had a shot off, but it's been an inbound foul. Now it's going to be Nacito. Inside to Olt. Olt trying to get some points here. No good. Olt will get pushed over after, but there's a foul called. And speaking of, Owen Olt going to go for the line for the first time tonight. Abbington at 5 fouls in this first quarter, and that's definitely going to be a factor later in this game, how many fouls Abbington does have, especially if you're ahead in a game. First shot, no good. And another big factor for Dallas is if they could sink these shots. They've had a few guys this season have been inconsistent with foul shots, and that's definitely a problem in past years also for Dallas. That's been a widely talked about problem. It was definitely talked about 2 years ago. As Olt's second shot will go. And now the inbound here. We'll get it. As now Nacito going to tip it. Trying to get it up. No good. Almost a sensational play, but it goes off the back of the backboard just a bit late on the tip up. And that will end the first quarter. You are listening to NFHS.com, your home for Mountaineer basketball. 24-16 the score here in Dallas.
And here we are for the second quarter. Abington Heights leads 24-16 on Dallas. Abington Heights coming into this game 2-0. Dallas is 3-0. As it is Pat Flanagan who will send off the inbound pass to Joey Nacito. He is guarded by Bigley. Cale on the elbow area. Pass down low to Flanagan. Kicks it out to Nacito. There's a scramble for the ball. That's out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be Abington ball.
Close scramble for the ball on that one.
And Brady Comstock will inbound it to Chris Bagley. And Bagley tosses the other side. And now in the corner. Back. It's Reese Thomas. That's going to be stolen. Nacito down the court. And it's good for 2. Joey Nacito.
Great pass by Tice to Joey on that one. No one on him.
And now with it is Comstock. He passes it to Goldberg. Now over to Bagley. Back to Goldberg. Back to Bagley. Passing it around a bit here. Now it's once again Bagley with it. Tice, a bit of a T-Rex dancer. And wide open for 3. It's good.
That was a good shot. No one on. In a good spot.
Jordan
Right
Schaefer with the 3-pointer. Mason pass inside to Flanagan. Pat Flanagan is blocked.
That was a nice block. Opened up on him right there. 2 guys on him.
That was Reese Thomas getting the block. Schaefer pushing. And now driving inside. And the layup is going to be
Nice
no good.
block.
Goldberg. And that one's good. Comstock making the shot. Nacito bringing it up slowly for the Mountaineers. They really need to get back in this. We know they can have explosive second halves, but what about an explosive second quarter? And it's a miss. Flanagan's got it. And he overshoots. Barry will tip it almost in. And there seems to be a foul here, as there's a shooting foul. Pat Flanagan will go to the free throw line for the Dallas Mountaineers. Flanagan has 2 free throws made so far in this one. Flanagan's first shot is good. And we have a substitution for Abington Heights. Gavin Cronin coming into the game alongside Andrew Kettle, who was in here earlier. Pat Flanagan, second shot for him, and he gets it to go.
Still at 100% on the game.
As Kettle will bring it up, passes to Goldberg. Goldberg out into the corner. Comstock trying to get free. Kettle. Schaefer now back to Kettle. Kettle trying to drive. And he passes it over to Goldberg. Goldberg pushing in. And it's going to be stolen by Chris Flanagan down the court. Tice Mason. Good. Tice Mason. Abbington struggling a bit here, getting it down the court, but open players. Comstock.
It's a good power move, but it didn't work out in their favor. That is an offensive foul.
That was a big hit by Brady Comstock on Pat Flanagan. Looks like both are okay. As Pat Flanagan will give it to the ref now. And somebody getting ready for Dallas. Here comes Owen Alt for the Mountaineers. The team's taking a minute here before getting back to it, as Pat Flanagan will give the inbound pass to Cito. Cito hasn't had as good of a game so far as we usually see from him. Looks like he's trying to get started here as he passes down low. Oh, and Old is blocked!
Nice block by the Abington defense there.
Brady Comstock.
Blocked up the middle.
Grabbed by Goldberg. Pass over is caught by Schaefer. Schaefer shoots the 3. No good off the back of the rim. And another 3. And that one's going to bounce out of bounds.
3-point accuracy has gone down as this game has gone up to this point.
Schaefer struggling a bit more in the second quarter. He's 13 so far, being a key contributor for Abington Heights. As Nacito will once again take the inbound pass. He's guarded by Finn Goldberg. And Cale Berry in the corner. Bingo!
Good shot from the right corner.
Cale Berry. As here's Kettle. Passes over Nacito. And back to Kettle. And moving it back and forth a bit. Kettle and Cronin. There's now Kettle. Oh, Nacito runs into a rough pick. And it looks like that might have gone off Flanagan's leg.
Yeah, it was out of bounds on Flanagan there off the leg.
So there was a short bounce pass that hit about the knee area of Pat Flanagan. Heights will retain possession as Schaefer pushing in. No good for Schaefer yet again. And that might have been out on Flanagan again. No, it will not be. That is out on Carter Plants. As Joey Nacito He's going to pass it to Chris Flanagan. Flanagan pushes in, kicks it out. And down low to Flanagan.
What a pass.
Again, the Mountaineers cut the lead to 2.
Full arm extension there, opening up the middle for a simple layup. Chris Flanagan.
And now Kettle passes in, and it's going to go back to Kettle. They're doing this a lot here with the back and forth as they bring it up the court. Now in the corner. That's Schaefer. And Schaefer misses again. It rolls out. Tice Mason on the break. And he's going to overshoot it, but Nacito's got it. Gives it to Barry. Over to Flanagan. Chris Flanagan, a wide open 3.
And that somehow managed to squeak through after hitting off the backboard and off the rim, and somehow managed to go in.
What a shot, getting it to go on the bounce. A lucky bounce through. Loud chance of defense from the Dallas bench. Cronin, and now in the corner is Goldberg. Back out to Kettle. Kettle driving in, guarded by Mason. Able to get the pass out. And again, no good. Schaefer struggling, and down goes Nacito.
Schaefer's accuracy's really kind of gone down so far throughout the second quarter.
And there's going to be a foul there. There's a bit of a... There's going to be timeout called by the Comets. 3:09 to go here in the second quarter. Dallas leads 30-29 over the Abbington Heights. Luke, how do you feel this is going so far for Dallas in the second quarter?
It's going good. I mean, they're making good chances and they're staying close. They were down by 7 and they're in the first quarter, but they're starting to make their way back in.
Not only have they made their way back in, they're in the lead right now. And we've seen this from Dallas where even if they struggle, they're able to break free at some point. In the last 2 games, we've seen that where both games have gone to halftime either really close or tied, and then Dallas just broke away and won by a good amount.
The big thing to remember, too, is that as long as you keep Schaefer out of the corners, then that could open up a lot of room for your defense to be able to penetrate him on the right side.
Yeah, Schaefer had a really good first quarter. He's been slowed down so far in the second. He's had a few missed layups as well. Heights relies on him, so that's definitely an issue for their offense.
So far on the stat line for Dallas, Flanagan is 8 points, Mason is 8, Joey Nocito is 7, Chris Flanagan.
And here we go. Pat Flanagan with the bounce pass to Joey Nocito.
Flanagan is 0, Kelberry is 6.
Nacito make a move. And back to Nacito. Flanagan's got it out there. Flanagan to Flanagan is money. 3 points for the Mountaineers, extending the lead to 4 points.
Good shot, squared that up really well.
Chris Bagley. Guarded closely by Nacito.
Great pressure there by Nocito, forcing him all the way to his weak side.
And Bagley with a weak-looking layup. I think Flanagan might have dropped that. No, they are going to say out on Jordan Schaefer. That's yet another mistake by him in the second quarter. He's got to just relax or something because he's been struggling so far. And a bit of stumbling around. The confusion here. And substitution for Abbington Heights. As in comes Finn Goldberg again. And they'll give it to Chris Bagley. Bagley going back to Goldberg. Trying to get him to do something maybe with the struggling Jordan Schaefer's quarter. Schaefer shoots the 3 and misses again. Rebounded. He goes down. No foul is called. Inside. Flanagan back out to Nacito in the corner. And he airballs it. Not a great shot.
Good aim.
But Tice Mason now misses. As Jordan Schaefer grabs a rebound. Might not be doing the best shooting-wise this quarter, but he can still get those rebounds. And that pass to no one.
Great hustle there by Nocito.
Pushes it over. Flanagan kicks inside, and it's knocked out of bounds.
When you hustle, good things happen, and there's a good example right there.
Brady Comstock pushed the pass from Chris Flanagan out of bounds. So it will be Dallas's ball here. And then Necedo passing it, which is rare. He usually is the one who take the inbound pass as point guard as he gives it to Pat Flanagan, and that's going to be a reach and foul on Jordan Schaefer. Been ice cold this quarter.
That's the 4th foul for 14 on the game.
And it's been a struggle for Heights as Mason. Now to Miser. To Flanagan. Pat Flanagan shoots the 3. Not quite. And it's going to be rebounded by Chris Bagley. And now hands it to Finn Goldberg. Goldberg pushing against Necedo. It's a mismatch, and he's fouled. That's going to be on Joey Necedo. And 2 shots now for Finn Goldberg. He has 5 points thus far on the game. Abington Heights really needs to cut into this lead, and the free throws can start with that, as Dallas has not only come back but taken the lead away. His first shot now is good. And that is Cale Berry checking back in, replacing Chris Flanagan for the Dallas Mountaineers. Goldberg's second shot upcoming. Perfect. As Necedo going to carry it up for Dallas as he does. Pass to Mason, back to Necedo, over top to Mason. Tice shoots a deep 3, can't get it. And the rebound by Reese Thomas, he passed it quickly to Schaefer. Now handing it back over to Goldberg. And oh, Mason gets shook, I guess. And it's going to be blocked. That's Cale Berry with the block. They will call it a foul. So 2 free throws here for Brady Comstock. He has 7 points on the game. Comstock, his first shot no good. Standing 6'4", 175, a junior small forward, or sorry, junior center power forward. Stumbling over my words a little bit today. As his second shot. And take a minute before shooting it. And no good off the back of the rim. Necedo will take it after the rebound by Pat Flanagan. 40 seconds remain in the second quarter. Across the court to Mason. Back to Necedo. Flanagan.
Good swing out to the right side.
And
that was a great 5-pass play.
Brady Miser in the corner. Heights trying to answer. Schaefer again. Now to Comstock. I'm sorry, Goldberg. Mason, Necedo, Flanagan, all swarming. And a drive from Schaefer. He's going to fumble it out of bounds. Question is, did Mason hit it? And before we answer that, we got 2 substitutions in for Abington Heights. It will be Heights ball. That is Kettle and inbound pass. Steps back, shoots a 3. No. And it's halftime.
Close one here. Could be shaping up to be a battle in the second half.
Dallas Mountaineers 36. Abington Heights Comets 31. We'll be back for the start of the second half.
All right, 30 seconds till we start the second half here in Dallas High School between Abington Heights and Dallas. And Luke, what do you think Dallas has done well this game? And same with Abington Heights. What do you think both teams have done well in this game?
I think that they're doing a good job. I think they're doing a good job shutting down Schaefer on the corners. They're doing a good job setting up a good defense to stop him. On the other side, I think that they're doing a good job moving the ball, setting up screens, and opening up good shots.
And that will start the first half as Abington Heights was, I believe, supposed to get the ball and It was passed to a Dallas guy, and looks like that'll be knocked out of bounds. Abington Heights does gain possession here. Kettle. Covered well by Mason. Now going to pass it out towards... now it's going to be Goldberg. Goldberg. Outside. Now going to find Bag... and that's going to be a shot made by Comstock. And now it's going to be Joey Nacito. Nacito passing it to Flanagan in the middle. Flanagan takes a shot. It's going to end up way short. And Finn Goldberg going to make contact with it. So Dallas will luckily keep the ball here. Mason. Waits, going to lose the ball.
Great steal on that one.
And now here's the play to Kettle. It's good. And we are tied at 36 at the start of the half. 7:16 left to go. And we got a great game going here so far in Dallas High School. As Tice Mason going to get the ball to Cale Berry. Berry out towards Chris Flanagan. Chris Flanagan to Joey Nacito. Nacito waits, trying to spin move. Shot. Got to be rebounded by Flanagan in.
Way to be at the right spot.
And we jinxed each other on that one, knock on wood that time. It's fine. Kettle. Gonna pass it in towards Schaefer. Schaefer covered by three guys. Can't get it as Chris Flanagan cannot get the tip. The ball is in. 38-38 the score. Chris Flanagan. Shot for three. It's good.
Great shot from the arc.
41-38 now the score. And we are on a back and forth battle here in Dallas. Bagley. Kettle. Stolen by Flanagan. At least tries. Flanagan does end up with it. Looks like Kettle's okay.
Physicality's definitely intensified at the start of this third quarter.
And it felt like it's been there all game, but this third quarter's definitely started off very well with physicality. There's been a lot more than earlier, and it's definitely showing off more than usual to start this quarter. As Cale Berry for three. No good. It bounces off the rim. And now here's Kettle. Kettle passing it out towards Schaefer. Schaefer out to Goldberg. Goldberg trying to drive in. There's going to be a foul called. And it looks like it would be a defensive foul that time. And now they're going to get it in towards Schaefer. It's good. An instant play off the inbound. And now Joey Nacito going to drive it up. Crawling in. Passing it to Berry. Berry. Outside towards Flanagan. Flanagan waits, fires. No good. It'll bounce off to the right. Kettle. Now Schaefer. He waits. Behind the back. Going to go outside. Flanagan tries to get a steal and will get it to Goldberg, who's going to fall, and Dallas heads up with possession. Tice Mason almost on the breakaway, and what a move by Kettle to get away from Flanagan. Now it's going to be Schaefer, no good. And now in front, Bagley. Now it's going to be blocked by Cale Berry on an attempted shot by Comstock. Some fast-paced play here.
Great steal by Kettle.
Now Kettle back out again. Kettle, the shot, good. And Abington Heights takes the lead here. We're in a one-point game, so this is going to be something that's going to be interesting. You're not going to see this tie game, not tied. You're going to see more of Dallas takes the lead, Abington takes the lead. Kind of like a ladder climbing. And Luke, what do you think you could do to pull away in these types of situations?
I think you have to be able to mark the guys you know that will take the shots, that will give them the lead, and just have to play strong defense and know who you got to mark up.
And defense is definitely the biggest key factor here. The other thing on offense that I would like to highlight is the three-point shooting, which has been very, very big in this game. Chris Bagley not made one for Abington, but Jordan Schaefer in that first half made 4. He did miss one in the second half, and he's definitely gotten locked down in that second quarter. But that first quarter by Jordan Schaefer was very good. And Comstock has 2 also on the night. They have a total of 8 now overall. Flanagan.
Definitely a strength.
Macedo towards the outside. Barry for three. It'll bounce off the rim and out. And now Flanagan's
Nice
going
play
to get
by
a steal on that
Flanagan.
one. Tipped away. No good. Chris Flanagan, his brother. It'll go to Joey Macedo somehow. That's no good. And Dallas cannot recover on that. So Goldberg going to get it for Abington Heights. Goldberg outside towards Schaefer. Schaefer covered by Chris Flanagan. Not too many options. He's just going to push through. The pass now.
Looked like a walk from the way I saw it on that angle.
And Tice Mason will end up. There will be a foul on the play. That'll be on Abington. Dallas will get the ball here. 42-41 your score. 4:02 left in the quarter. One foul each. Macedo crossing back and forth. Now going to find Pat Flanagan. Back to Macedo. Now it's going to be Chris Flanagan. Flanagan outside towards Cale Berry. Berry now over to Tice Mason. Mason waits. Pushing forward. Tice Mason. It's good. Dallas takes the lead.
Hard drive. That was a great way to fight off the defender and open up a lane for a good shot.
And it's still a 1-point game here. Goldberg. Going to pass it out now. Bagley. Bagley waits, finds Goldberg. Goldberg inside. It'll be Cronin who will get it, and now it's going to be Tice Mason. Joey Macedo with speed. Macedo trying to beat Bagley. There's a foul on the play. There will be no and one. Macedo gets two shots. And this is crucial for Dallas to pull away here.
The lob pass from Tice to Joey's works really well. It's opened up a lot of chances for a lot of good shots.
And all year you've seen a lot of breakaways from both guys. Tice Mason especially has had a lot of those, but seeing Joey Macedo on that breakaway using his speed is impressive as he'll miss his first shot. And one thing I've noticed all year, Joey Macedo, especially good getting inside, kind of cutting through the defense, and almost floating in the air on those layups. You've not seen that too much tonight, and that's more credit to Abington's defense than anything, as he'll sink his second shot. They've been really stopping Dallas's inside game. Pat Flanagan, Joey Macedo have not really been quite as effective. Here we go. Kettle. Going to pass it inside to Goldberg. Goldberg's shot. It'll bounce off the rim and out. Outside now again. Schaefer, no good. Flanagan going to grab it. And Joey Macedo going to bring it up. Macedo pushing in. Fighting. And he could not beat Cronin. So Abington will get the ball here.
Good move to open up space. Just didn't work out too well.
Kettle. Going to be a jump ball this time. Abington gets possession. 44-42 your score here in Dallas High School. 2:34 left in the second. As now here's Goldberg. Back out towards Cronin. Cronin. Now going to be Schaefer for three. No good. Almost his fifth of the game. As now Goldberg is blocked by Flanagan. And it's going to be Schaefer again off the rim. And another miss for Goldberg in the second half. His shot has just not been quite on as it's been, as it was in that first quarter, where he made 3 out of the 4 threes that he has on the night. He has 4 out of the 8. So he has half the threes for Abington tonight. As the whistle is blown, there will be a timeout. And wouldn't you say there's definitely been a 3-point contest in the air through this first half, but in the second half it's been more physical play in the inside. Both teams kind of clawing their way back and forth. Wouldn't you say, Luke?
I'd agree with that. I think that it's become more of a 2-point game and just kind of willing them out and trying to just be more physical to open up more shot opportunities. And that's sometimes what you have to do against physical teams like Abington Heights to open up good chances.
And what do you think's really affected Abington so far to really make them lose this this battle that they're kind of in right now?
I think that Dallas is just playing the long range game, and they're just opening up better chances, and they're shutting down their key pieces that give them easier shots to work with.
It is only a 2-point game, so Abington did not exactly lose. I guess I didn't use the right wording there, but they are definitely seeming like Dallas has the upper hand so far in this battle. They've had more defensive stops in this quarter, giving them this 2-point lead instead of a 1-point lead as Joey Nacito going to push forward. It's good. So making a 4-point lead on the layup by Joey Nacito. And here comes almost a steal by Tice Mason.
Amazing
and Pat
anticipation.
Flanagan going to knock it out of bounds this time. And Luke, what about that play by Tice Mason?
Great anticipation. It's a very important skill to be playing up top against some of these better point guards.
And now here we go. Kettle. Covered by Mason. Great coverage by Mason. He's going to pass it out, though, and it's going to be Bagley. Bagley covered by Nacito. Nacito going to go around, but they'll get the pass up to Goldberg. Goldberg back to Bagley. Bagley shot is blocked. Chris Flanagan, so
Great
both
jump.
of the Flanagan brothers have blocks in this quarter. Wow.
That was an amazing block. Just a great jump right over the top of Bagley to make a great defensive play.
Here we go now. Great fake pass that time. Bagley going to go outside for Goldberg. Shot is no good. And it seems like play was stopped. There's a lot of complaining going on. The play was never whistled dead, but I don't know if the shot will not count. So I don't know if the inbound play, there was something off on that. We'll see. Flanagan jumps. Now they're going to pass it way back out towards Kettle. Kettle going to spin move. Mason stays on him. Now it'll be a great play by Schaefer. Won't go, though. He was open for the three. Couldn't sink it. Mason out towards Cale Berry. He's in and out.
Oh.
And that one will be a jump ball. Flanagan pointing towards Dallas. Dallas does have possession. And here we go. 46-42. 1:04 left in the third. Still a lot of game left to play. Berry passing it out to Nacito way behind the line. Nacito tries a three, but will not actually shoot it. Now back out to Nacito. Nacito going to back up more towards the Dallas logo.
Trying to look for an open play.
Now it'll be Pat Flanagan behind the line to Chris Flanagan. Now Pat outside the line in the corner. Now Joey Nacito for three, no good. Cale Berry can't rebound. It'll be Abbington Heights ball on the out-of-bounds play. Almost a great rebound by Cale Berry if he could have just recovered, but it will not matter as Abbington Heights gets the ball. Kettle. Back to Bagley, now back to Kettle. Kettle now going to go back out to Bagley across the court. Schaefer back out to Bagley. Schaefer's in the corner. Bagley going to pass it over to Goldberg. Abbington Heights playing a little bit conservative here. Schaefer waits. Now it's going to be Kettle. And now it's going to be Kettle back into Goldberg. He is mobbed by Dallas defenders. He'll get the shot off, but nothing there. Another shot in the bell will ring. That will end the quarter. Dallas 46-42. What a quarter this has been. And we will go to the fourth. You are listening to NFHS.com, your home for Mountaineer basketball. All right, back out here for the fourth quarter. 46-42 the score. Abington Heights going to start with the ball. And we'll see what happens here tonight to end this one. 8 minutes left to play. And we'll see what's going on here with Abington. Kettle going to be tipped up in the air. Flanagan going to recover. And an early start for Dallas on offense. Here comes Tice Mason. He's going to drive it. Easy layup, but it's going to miss. Oh, what a drive by Tice Mason. Found the open lane, just couldn't get it in.
Dallas would like to have those 2 points right now.
Now it's going to be Abington out for Schaefer. Now Kettle for three. No good. And that'll bounce off Flanagan. No, it'll bounce off Schaefer. So Abington not going to get the ball here. And Dallas trying to pad their lead here. Berry to Nacito. Back to Berry. Berry for three. It's good!
What a shot by Cale Berry.
Cale Berry, primarily a three-point shooter, produces in this scenario. And here we go. Goldberg. Out towards Kettle, no good. And they're going to give it to, wait, we're ready for the single. They're going to give it to Dallas again. And that one, I don't know. That one was pretty close. Here we go. Macedo crawling in. Covered by Bagley. Out towards Tice Mason. Mason to Cale Berry. Berry now going to find Pat Flanagan. Pat Flanagan going to fake the shot. There's a whistle on the play. It's a timeout. I believe it was called by Abbington. But Gavin, what have you seen from these two teams?
I think Dallas has done a really good job of coming back into it. Abbington was decently in control in the first quarter. Dallas has flipped the script on that. Now up 7. They just have to hang on at this point.
What do you think Abbington can do to maybe start a comeback here with 6:40 left in the fourth?
I think that Abbington needs to try to get Jordan Schaefer working again, as he had a really good first quarter and then just kind of fell off from there.
And I definitely give a little bit of credit to that on Dallas' defense. They've locked him down, and it feels like his shot opportunities have not really been high-quality opportunities. Now, when he's been open, his shot's kind of been off, and I feel like part of that is just because he hadn't really had a shot in a little bit. Dallas has really done a good job defensively, though, locking them down on the inside. And when it comes to 3 points, they've just kind of stopped defending that because that aspect's been taken out of the game somehow. So now we're going to get some playback here. Flanagan to Macedo. Macedo well behind the line, now going to find Cale Berry. He waits, going to pass it into Chris Flanagan. It is no good. Off the front of the rim. Almost had that. And that would have extended Dallas' lead. Schaefer to Bagley. Bagley to Kettle. Kettle to Schaefer. Schaefer now going to find Goldberg. Goldberg back behind to Kettle. Kettle going to drive in for the 2. It's good.
Nice play by Abbington to get him open.
And we got a 5-point game here with 6:02 left in the fourth. Mason to Macedo, in front, back to Flanagan. Now Mason again. His shot no good. Now it's going to be Flanagan. What a rebound. It's good. 51-44 the score.
Crowd going nuts after that shot from Flanagan.
And this is definitely a big crowd pumping a lot of energy. Bagley. Now it's going to be Goldberg back out towards Kettle. Kettle. Finding his man. Now it's going to be Schaefer. Schaefer. Going to get fouled. No travel on the play.
Interesting call there. He is not happy about it.
We've had a few interesting calls tonight, and a lot of them have gone in Dallas' favor, but it might be only tipping the scales a little bit here. Macedo. Looks like a timeout going to be called. Looks like by Belinsky here. Second timeout in the last few minutes, and once again, Abbington, they made one shot, but Dallas came right back. What do you think of Gavin?
I think Dallas is doing a great job of keeping pace, where, as you said, if they allow points, they're scoring right back. That's all they have to do, because if you're up by 7, just match what they do, and you'll just keep the lead.
And you think Abington's defense maybe needs to just step up a slight bit more, especially in these situations where they're scoring points and they're just kind of giving them right back? All right. Flanagan going to find Macedo. Here's going to be Cale Berry. Berry going to find Tice Mason. Almost stolen, but Mason going to take the shot. Going to miss on the 3. Berry tries to get a rebound. It'll be Flanagan who ends up with it. And there's a foul on the play. There'll be 2 shots. And that is the first foul of the quarter. And I just want to highlight in this game, Abington Heights has 8 3-pointers, 7 of those, I believe, coming in the first half. Dallas now has 9 3-pointers on the night. So this has definitely been a 3-point contest, 17 totals. And speaking of some other good shots, here's Pat Flanagan. His second shot, no good. As Luke over here was telling me Pat Flanagan's 100% on free throws, and he misses that one. So a little bit of a jinx there. But definitely a great night from the line for Pat Flanagan, as he'll come out of the game for a little bit here. Flanagan, Chris Flanagan, that is going to be Bagley who's going to knock it out of bounds. But yeah, it will be Bagley. So Dallas going to keep the ball here. 4:51 in the fourth quarter. Joey Nacito going to push it back towards Abington territory. Now going to be back into where Dallas needs to go. Mason towards Barry. Barry waits. Finds Nacito again. Barry almost took a shot there, but he did not pan out, as here's Owen Olt. Olt's going to get tipped. Now a steal. Cronin for Abington. Pushes over Nacito. They're going to give the ball to Dallas here. And it looks like it's going to be charging, as Nacito got crushed.
Important call there.
And that is definitely a call that you want if you're Dallas. But Abington, I don't know how much you like it. As now here's Tice Mason. Mason looks for a pass. It's going to be Pat Flanagan. Flanagan going to push forward, lose the ball. And now it's going to be Kettle who recovers. Kettle waits. Finds Goldberg. Goldberg going to go around the outside, now push inside. Flanagan all over it. Cale Berry going to tip it, but it's going to right out to Schaefer. Now it'll be Goldberg pushing over Nacito. No call. They're going to give it to Dallas.
Wow.
Abington is angry.
The Abington Heights fans are crying over here. They are not very happy.
And now it's going to be Tice Mason. Mason with one defender. Chris Flanagan. No good. Oh, man. Flanagan on the second shot. No good.
Flanagan needs to get those.
Oh, that is such a close situation. Now Abington hopefully trying to get something for them, as there's going to be a foul on the play. That will be a call against Dallas. And there's definitely been some calls that have definitely maybe should have gone Abington's way, but they've gone the way of Dallas. And that's certainly now tipping the scales this early, or this late in the game, I should say. Is now Pat Flanagan. The ball's going to go off the foot of Goldberg, and Tice Mason going to cross the court and get it. Schaefer pushing Flanagan. There's going to be a travel. And it feels like Schaefer has been the target of these calls.
Abington Heights fans are reconsidering their life choices at the moment.
And Schaefer is now on the bench. I don't know if he has 5 fouls. I don't think he does. And now it'll be Cale Berry out towards Chris Flanagan. Flanagan back again. No good. Foul on the play. 2 shots for Dallas. And Abington, an earlier storyline in the game was the amount of fouls that they had in that second quarter, especially Kettle was the big offender there, having 3. But now it's just kind of been sloppy play to end this one. 3:01. We'll see if Abington can turn it around in that time period, though, and maybe get some stuff back. But with Schaefer on the bench, I don't know if he's coming back in. I don't think he's had 5 fouls, though, so I think he's just getting rest, but we'll see what happens. As now Abbington with the ball. The shot. No good, in and out. As now Kettle trying to recover, he won't. Tice Mason 2-on-1. He'll take the shot himself, no good. And that will go Abington's way on a foul.
Mason had an easy shot. He just overshot it.
For the quarter, fouls are 4-2 in favor of Dallas, as in Dallas is less.
Jordan Schaefer's back in.
And something that maybe some Abington Heights fans want to see. Jordan Schaefer back in the game. Kettle going to take the shot. There's a foul. That'll go Dallas's way. And there have been a lot of fouls in this game.
Dallas has only had 4 fouls overall.
And a lot of them have gone towards Abington Heights. Gavin, what do you think this key now for Abington is at this late in the game, down 10?
I think at this point, they just have to shoot threes. That's the only hope they have. Down double digits with 2.5 minutes, you need points and you need them quickly. Just shoot and hope for the best at this point.
Yeah, that is certainly a key factor. The 3-pointers will be big. And at this point in the game, you're going to start considering fouling on purpose. So we'll see when that does happen. But having this many fouls isn't ideal, I guess. But you do kind of want them to shoot. So we'll see what happens. Schaefer, no good. Rebound. And the tip will go Dallas's way, or will go Abington's way, as they'll get the ball here. But the ball does go out of bounds. Abington has only made 1 shot in the last few minutes. And now here's Schaefer off the rim again. And it's going to go off the rim again for Schaefer on the rebound. And Schaefer is having the worst luck possible this late in the game. And it feels like all of Abington has kind of been cursed with it. And it is not going well, as that will be the bonus now. So every foul for Dallas is now going to be 2 shots.
I hear about 3 Comets fans to my left acting like they're the coach right now. A little bit of upsetness on this.
All right, back out here, Flanagan, who's been pretty good from behind the line, and he's got another one. 56-44 the score. Now here's Bagley. Bagley going to find Reese Thomas, who's going to try the rebound, but it's going to go to Nacito, so Dallas going to get the ball again. Nacito. Abington Heights not fouling on purpose yet. There is a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout, and Dallas will call it. So we are getting, in a close game like this, you do get a lot of this stuff. You get a lot of timeouts, a lot of fouls, maybe some sloppy play here and there, and a lot of time for Gavin to take away. So, Gavin, you've definitely been busy here, but we're going to get some more out of you. So what are you thinking here?
I think Abington Heights is in a lot of danger here. I should be talking more about that than the crowd here. Getting a little bit distracted by that. Yeah, Abington Heights desperately needs to get something to go here.
That is certainly the key for them. And again, as I've said, when are they going to start fouling on purpose? It's 2 minutes, 1 second left in the game. You're down by now 12. You feel like they'd be a little bit urgent to get some points if they want to win this game, and fouling on purpose is kind of the key. But with the luck they've had, I can kind of see why they might want to just give up and go to the next game, as they've just kind of not really produced the way they've wanted to, especially the way that they did in that first half, and it's just kind of been bad luck. So Abington, after a short amount of time with Dallas having the ball. They will get the ball here, so we'll see if they can convert for first time in a little while. Reese Thomas going to get it out to Kettle. Now back to Reese Thomas. Thomas, the shot, no good. Bounces off the backboard, and Flanagan going to grab it. Here's Nacito. Going to find Mason. Going to find now Barry. Barry going to get fouled, and this time that looked like it might be the first of the on-purpose fouls, as I like to say. You want to be careful who's fouling because you don't want to get people to foul out of the game, especially when it's your best players like Schaefer and Kettle. Schaefer going to come back into the game. Barry made his first. Second shot for Cale Barry now. Some noise coming to the left. And that will not work out as Cale Barry misses. 57-44 the score. And now it's going to be Joey Nacito. Nacito 2-on-1. Now he's got a second coming in. Euro stepping, finding Pat Flanagan. It's good. 59-44 the score. Cronin knocked down. Dallas gets the ball again. And this defense is just shutting them down in the second half. As here's Tice Mason going to pass it out towards Joey Nacito. Maybe going to try to get some clock off here. Nacito back out towards Chris Flanagan. Chris Flanagan to Cale Barry. Barry back to Nacito. Nacito to Chris Flanagan. Flanagan out towards Nacito. And now they'll get the foul. And Dallas with some good passing, draining some time off the clock. 48 seconds left. And Joey Nacito going to get 2 shots. First shot for Nacito is good. 60-44 now the score. Dallas pulling away late. And certainly quite the game that we've had tonight. And to cap it off, 61-44 the score now. And Abbington, it just kind of feels buried. Dallas's defense trying to hold on. And they'll make a shot. This time it'll be Cronin. And now it'll be Joey Nacito. Out to Pat Flanagan. Back to Nacito. Nacito to Tice Mason in front to Chris Flanagan. Flanagan dunks it! A dunk for Chris Flanagan, and the crowd goes wild!
Chris Flanagan!
And now he almost gets a block. And this stadium, this gym has been electrified with 8 seconds left. The applause will start, and we're going to foul. Student section going crazy. And Belinsky going to sing those players over. There's going to be a timeout called. Or not a timeout, it'll just be 2 shots, but they're going to treat it almost like a timeout. With a 63-46 score, Chris Flanagan with a dunk. How about that?
That's just insane. When I saw him going up for it, I thought he was just going to lay it up at the rim. Wow.
And you don't see a dunk too often. We've had a few years ago. Guy from Lewisburg, Rabira G. Mama, had one. But that was the last one that I really remember seeing. At least the one that I've broadcasted. So it is definitely a rare sight in a high school game. And that has definitely electrified this crowd. 4 seconds left. 3. Abbington just going to give it up. And that will do it.
Over. Dallas win.
A large ovation from this crowd. And that will do it. You are listening to NFHS.com. 64-46 your final score from Dallas. Have a good night. You are listening to NFHS.com, home of Mountaineer basketball.